the listing review. And all waiting at the listing, not get aid, not get till. Government just they do all waiting if it for doing at the country. Corruption they all side. For layman get irrational self. Now work and the brother no one give account of what they do.
Not to so it they be again. Not to like the way the government they hide for do anything. Now the people they want for know what they happen at the government and they eager for take part in national activity. The government of Salon forbid the people government and they're not for afraid for opening gates to the people. Thomas, you don't hear about OGP, Open Government Partnership?
No, now OGI I don't hear about Open Government Initiative.
Well, now OGI gets for implement OGP na Salon, but now the Salon government they bring OGP come na the country for can help them for govern better one and make sure say transparency, accountability, integrity, they all side per governance.
Who side the cow na they eat grass?
Left that talk day. It don't tell let the people they know how much the government they give for run the ministry, department and agency. People let for know how the contractor then they manage the budget money.
Well, family, good morning and welcome to another edition of Federation Link. Me we bring the program Cantona, Mina Hana Hamida Karim. Well, with me in the studio, I get Theophilus Bender.
Yeah, family, on a good morning.
Yeah. Well, this is Federation Link. We come to you every Sunday morning, 8:15 to 9:15. It is link with community radio stations them all over the country. If you want to join your voice, if you want to add a voice to this program, you can send a text message to 076 470 400. Send a text message to 076 470 400. Well, with that, I can just give you a brief update on waiting the OGI they work on. This week, we still they work on the OGP process where we give much priority now based on the urgency where it gets right now. We for submit the end of term self-assessment report to the OGP support unit in the United States. What do we mean by end of term self-assessment? We be done develop the OGP National Action Plan inside 2014, where we become member in partnership with the steering committee, where the steering committee comprised of government and civil society them. When then they implement the commitments and the first action plan. 1 year through the process, we begin for do a mid-term self-assessment. Where that we come out, it show we say we don't almost complete but 60% of the milestones that inside the commitment. Now we done the first action plan, we done inside June and develop the second action plan. But according to the OGP process, where you done the first action plan, you get for assess yourself and see how far you go in implementing, in meeting then commitments and then inside the first action plan. So based on that, this past 3 weeks we done the work on the end of term self-assessment. We don't come out with a draft report, and part of the criteria of the OGP process is that we get public comments them on them. How the public will make comments on them. You get for read the document, and when you read the document, based on what you read, you can able for make you comments them. How you go able to get access to this document? If you go to the OGI website, when at www.ogi.gov.sl, you go able to see the end of terms draft self-assessment reports. And when you read the report, you can able for make you comments there, make you addition, and make you contribution to what you think but the milestones them, the commitments them, and usai we when at the OGP secretariat, we the steering committee, usai we say we don't reach with the action plan. So based on that, you be able for make your own comments them and give feedback to the process, and you become part of the process. We encourage the public for contribute to this process. Go look at the website, download the documents and read the documents and make you comments on this document. The 30th of September, now the day where we for submit them. And as I say, based on the processes and the criteria, we not get much time. because we get for up to Wednesday we go still dey take the public comments dem wey dem dey make on this draft document, and by Thursday we go get a finalized document wey we go send to the support unit. So this 1 whole week na that we don dey work on. And also you get the 644 toll free line wey people dem dey call, na the OGP office where people then can call yanda, people in the way they answer then call, and after some time then they call them back. After a week then they call them back for get a feedback on the process. So we dey encourage everybody for monitor every governance activity wey dey within your surrounding and make your reports or your recommendation or your feedback or your contribution towards that particular governance activity day by calling the 644 and make you thoughts known, so we all go contribute to national developments. Well, if you just join me, this na Hannah, they come with Federation link to na every Sunday. You can send a text message to 076 470 400. So now we go over to YouTube for giving we weekly updates.
All right, thank you very much, Madam Moderator. We saw the miss we colleague Dan Moss, and we go on.
Theo,
yes,
make a hold the right there. You know, say Dan celebrating birthday this week. You know they about to go. We go still remember them. We wish you a happy belated birthday, Dan.
I tell you that. I should say Dan they listen to me. All right, thank you very much. I will start with the issue of the fish. Fish price don't go up seriously in the market, and no man then go attest to that. Maybe yourself and I will go attest to that. Now they say some certain fish then are the dozen are 50,000 euros. Some fish the 1 grain they sell on 20,000 euros and all that kind of thing. And we don't see a lot of fish them they go now Guinea. But government don't put a ban on them, but we still people in the smuggle fish for going to Guinea, because it's a Guinea itself they get a serious issue of fish. So we get for protect what we get, and so far so good. We are not doing well with protecting we maritime resources, especially the fish and other fishery products. You know, we get a situation where ports that they come fishing illegally now we territorial waters. We Navy not get the capacity for check them, and you know, for alter the operations. I will see less monitoring now the sea, especially with the fishing vessels, and so many things that happen will make fish price don't go up so badly, and this is a cause for concern because we have fish in abundance. I'm not saying a reason why it will go up, I mean, unprecedentedly. And we lost a very prominent footballer in the person of Amadou Alpha Joba. May his soul rest in perfect peace. He died in a fatal road accident as a result of rough driving on the part of a tipper driver. I mean, you know, were left in lane. Alpha Joe, I understand, say it be parked in vehicle, and you know, this tipper truck go na the other lane and just run into kill him, and I think it was a very painful death where you see the vehicle or you see the video, you know, very unfortunate. So we really need for talk to them heavy duty drivers them for let them be careful. Some of them they really run now the road them. I think say they take advantage of the sound of the vehicle, so the more the sound the more they depress. So, and of course some of them motorcar they get serious brake issues and all of that, so let them be cautioned. 2 Okada riders have been killed within a week. This week pass, so 2 Okada riders them. The one they kill them around his station, they take a bike go. The other one they kill them at Tumbo, they take a bike go. This is a very serious issue, and if young man they go find a living, if find that they go safe. When they talk say Okada riders they reckless, where in this case not to bang you go bang, possibly or not to hit you go hit, motorcar you die. This now somebody I mean play trick on them, say okay take me to so place, by the time they get you don't pull nerve, stab them, take the bike and go. I think this we talk every day say evil don't dominate good in our society, and we need to take them very serious. All right, school feeding the much talked about school feeding, they start in October, according to the Ministry of Education. And this is a very good news. But so far, we the investigate now that it better not start them, because if we start them and we not put proper mechanism in place, then it not gonna be anything we're gonna be sustainable. Because we too don't see so far is that all the burden gonna be transferred to the school authorities. Because imagine the calculation, 632 leons per child. So now then if not 300 picking a day na school, right? So you go times some each na 632 leons, not even up to 1,000 leons. So if you used all this money for cook for 300 picking them, you know, it gonna give like about 4,200,000 leons per term. Yes, so then there could be a serious burden for the teachers them or for the school authorities there for handle, because when they say school feeding, it get for big quality food. It get for big quality food. Enough for big food for those food sake. Because they say they go for they make rice, sometimes cassava, sometimes gari, you know. This not to see we go for go well, and me I go say better we do something we not say we not go carry through, Lord will not even start them. Lord will not even start them. All right, we go talk about one clip we go out right now where they show a number of ministers by the UN General Assembly, where they dance openly in the street for welcome His Excellency the President Dr. Nisbet Kuman at the hall. And I think they were not there for dancing, and they went for a very serious matter. Not a show of popularity they went for, and so it was very disheartening for the likes of Mohamed Bangura, Sidi Tunis, and even the majority leader, Honorable Ibrahim Bundu. They dance openly in the streets, saying and good on. I don't think that not being good thing at all. Then we talk about road accidents. They are becoming too much of an issue. Around May 91, 14 people them, according to information, lost their lives, and some other accident that happen around where I think a serious issue. We lost a very prominent man of God in the person of Reverend Maury S. Gobe, now the founder of City of Rest. He died day before yesterday. Now be the pastor in charge of the Joy Assembly of God Church. And he died at the age over 80 years. So to God be the glory. He lived a very good life. We pray say a soul go rest in perfect peace. Funeral arrangement will be announced later. I am talking about Reverend Maury S. Gobe, the founder of City of Rest. Somebody they say, hey, Nana Christmas will come Bokuna street, because this is the one man will be very selfless. He play a great role for make sure the people where they go mad get some assistance. So it's a serious issue. Then of course we will talk about two more issues. One got to do with police officers them approach to containing the activities of thieves and youth activities. In Kenema, last week we talked about the introduction of public flogging, where me condemn outrightly. Then what happened now, Waterloo, then this there, police them, and they say they look for gang boys them. So certain bab they where young man they get, as they see that kind of bab they call you, they bab you. The policeman they bab you physically. I think that is criminal also. The police they not get mandate for tamper with somebody in dignity and prestige. Anybody can bab any kind way you want for bab, as a matter of fact. Hannah, last up there first.
Much Theo for the updates there. I think one or two things where I get interested are the road accidents them, because this they affect the daily lives of each and every person. Because if they take transport, you at the end. The commercial drivers them, they're not careful at all way then they drive, especially in rush hour. They know they pick who side and they park. They can just park anyhow, and when they park now, so then just they come out back. They know they look and check. So it dey make you wonder, because you dey see so many police dem na the streets with you dey see so many police dem na the street. At least dem need for the caution dem driver there. So I don't know wetin you think too.
It's a serious issue, and I think the road safety authority, they get a great role for play in ensuring that they reduce the speed of accident and rough driving in the country. It's a very serious cause for concern. But Anna, if you permit me, I will just deal with two more issues, then I'll come to you back, please. FIFA don't react to the recent arrest of Madam Aisha Johansson and other two executive officials of SLAFA. FIFA say not to government or ACC business for investigate anything we go for do with FIFA money, because according to them there is no misappropriation of such funds. Okay, yeah. Anna.
Yes, still. Thank you very much. Like all the day, quick. I get on the line from Waterloo. Hello, Kasha. Good morning and welcome to Federation Link.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yes, Kasha. You don't say people like your voice, so this now on popular demand. Wait till you get from me.
Well, the world defeats. We know say a few months ago they lost one councillor Suleiman Ba, we been the assistant councillor for PP7 constituency 94. And after they don't die, the National Electoral Commission, they don't pull the date for by election, we will happen on the 15th of October 2016. Last week, candidates were verified for that position from and ADP, they don't go for nominations. And yesterday, the district election officer, when Madam Rosa Thomas, they are only meeting for give them the scheduled dates on how they campaign. And at the area which this election take place, very quiet, very peaceful, as the candidates go about, they send the message. And according to watching the police, they try to make sure say every day they campaign, they provide security, or make sure say then clicks all the area about inside Freetown, or making happen. Maybe yesterday, the ops officer for Waterloo Police Division, winner Inspector Augustine Kaido, they made some serious arrests, massive arrests yesterday, with guys them way they still have votes at a place where they carry them, half neft, pepper spray. There's about 15 of them yesterday where the ops officer of Waterloo be arrested. When people they talk to them, they tell them say this is an operation way they don't launch for make sure say they want them way they run away from Western Urban. No come and that hide now Western World District. And they also don't inform them say you ain't no stage, you know get business in that basic that you go for buy and eat, buy them and commodity and make sure you don't carry any weapon, any pepper spray or penis because police will hold you. So apart from that, basically the world is quiet. The one serious thing will get where the two people are beginning to raise questions about the death of one young Beloma who been died last year. Where I believe this early this year in February, where the Ojesatina Tombo and some Muslim people have been get some notes concerning one rule where they say Ojesat never passed it because of the work stay. Well, firing may take place, and that firing day where it take place in the next one. The woman dead when they should have host. But this killing, since when the police don't say they investigate, up to this day they not come up with anything. And the information will reach the people that were in charge for find out, but when they fire gun, don't find out say this pistol and this cartridge where they been fire belong to one senior police officer. But the rumor where they go around that the police officer keep a secret. But now mountain radio back up with OGI, don't try to make sure say we do further investigations. Right now, I speak to you, we don't book appointments with the LUC and Waterloo. We also book appointments with the AIG OSD for make sure so we get the correct punch where we get this pistol and really we supply this bullets when we go kill this woman way that nobody knows what to talk about. Apart from that, the district is quite normal. The Deputy Minister of Information and Communication, Mr. Colonel Divo, in collaboration with the Edman and the village, we don't work with the Chinese partnership. The Chinese embassy inside Waterloo village. Don't forget, the Waterloo benefit from the supply of the solar lights will be the way around. But because of this partnership with the Deputy Minister get with the Chinese Embassy, Waterloo strategic areas them don't benefit from solar. Yesterday, the Deputy Ambassador for China, that's Sierra Leone, we can do the official launching of the solar lights, and also don't permit some people for renovate or for redo what we call for the old way, some people call the community center. But this one is still in building in Waterloo. There's a Chinese blocker permission and go build a back and go make internet facility available. They will also make DSTV, other things are available to people of Waterloo so that they will get a center where they will keep pumping and do their business as fast as the technology is concerned.
Yeah, Kasho, thank you very much for that report today.
Welcome, my sister.
Yes, sir. Well, Theo.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we want to say thank you very much to Kasha. Although you not talk about the babbing of them, about them by the police, I think that's a very, very important. But you talk about that woman where the police they be killed na Tumbo as a result of a conflict between OGI people them and some Muslim people them. Where we hope say the police they go investigate the matter day. And now that they talk about the death penalty, the gallows, men are not just threatening them about there with the gallows. May they also extend that to the police. Say if you kill somebody unnecessarily, you still go face the gallows. I think that's very important. But talking about kuskas between OGI and Muslim people, them it don't happen back in Yiliboya. We say OGI people then go play. I think on Predede, this Predede pass through, they go make some performance. Then the Muslim them they go on the rampage, they go host to host. Any side they for say Muslim, any side they for say OGI person they attack the host, and so that's not a very serious thing. I think say we have to be tolerant, and the MP in the area say they be don't ban OGI society na Yeliboya for a number of reasons, but then this will happen now. I do say that we get for be tolerant, we get for coexist, right? You have the right to belong where you want to belong, and so we just have to be peaceful.
Hello.
Yes, Theo, I hold you right
Yeah,
there.
go right ahead.
I get Ibrahim Bundu from Radio Mankne na Makeni. Good morning, Ibrahim.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Anna.
Ibrahim. Your background look noisy small. Sorry for that break there. Ibrahim in background look noisy small. Theo, as you be they say cash or tell about three things. He talk about the council elections where they come up. He talk about 14 arrested suspected click boys and also the death of a pregnant young woman.
Yeah.
So you will talk about, I see you talk to you not talk about the click boys then.
No, we're not to click boys then. They are not click boys.
I said suspected.
No, not even suspected click boys really. They go, policeman they can make mistake now. Where small tea happen, they go run after them about them, now then get to them. And nothing saying that get to the bad boys they can do actually.
So what's that they can?
I don't know. I would not know. But ghetto not to always a bad place really. I think say the perception about ghettos for change. Rather than making ghetto boys look very much the other team, may they try for reform the boys. Not by.
But they are not feel take them with anybody decent. You sit down at ghetto, they keep you comping. You come in, they not see you with any harmful objects. They will arrest you.
The perception is that anybody they see around the ghetto area is a bad boy.
But the one they old, they say they hold them with nerve, pepper spray.
Akita say not to the old with that. Maybe the old, I don't know, but I mean I cannot make a generalized statement here because I know the police they can arrest people there randomly, and most of them they can end up arrest the wrong people. That's what I think really.
Do you have authority on that?
Well, of course it's common. I couldn't see massive arrests they take place. Even that Kabbalah incident, they arrest many people them. I mean where perhaps not to be the actual people them. So many other areas they happen. Alright. So I think we can go to another person, or I talk more about FIFA. Like I say, FIFA,
Yes, go on FIFA whilst I forget somebody.
FIFA don't threaten, say not to government business for tamper with for ask any question relating to FIFA funds. But the ACC, okay.
Bram Bundu on the line. Hello, Bram. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Hannah and you. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Wetin dey happen in Bombali district?
Well, for now, right now, no signal, no day, na the radio station them for, of course, send federation link, which people them for listening. And that big land will don't get present in. But for coming inside, waiting, they happen. Don't happen inside Bombali this week. Farmers them living down this long, and the Bombali district don't benefit cash for work project from the National Commission for Social Action, and NACSA. It's a woman with me, the coordinator for NACSA, Bombali district. He said the cash for work project now for provide job opportunity for the youth them. Now this part of the country and for improve food security in the country. He said in office, the four farmer group them that the chief done for this year planting season as they go back on cassava farming and each youth they will pay 10,000 euros per day. And this will last for 50 days. Mr. Turisi, the cassava then will divide them into 3 portions. The first one will be for the farmer and food for work. The second one now for use them for the next year planting season. And the one we make number 3 will serve as seed bank. Mr. Turisi, the idea now for unite the farmers then together so that they will come together and work as one family as this go. Then for Tinapsanga one farming and develop the community agriculture for improve food security. Inside other development, inside the effort for work and improve well body business na Bombali district and same way so for train youth them and this different skills them. One non-governmental organization mankind activities for development accreditation movement, Madam Saloon, talk is that one week so it's under the epidemic control and reinforcement of health service projects and 18 month fee of charge youth screening and different skills them that in mankind office inside Makini, Madam office inside Makini. Mr. Pitakabu, the program coordinator for Madam Saloon, he said this game will target participants from 6 chiefdoms at the Bombali district. He said apart from the training, Madam Team also commit themselves for improve livelihood at the rural communities which them will focus on women them, youth and the kingdom. The team also the work for get a society which people go get them with the opportunity for make the team up before the new development. Mr. Kabo says sustainability will only take place when they empower the people them. When they talk on the project, they say the epidemic control and reinforcement for health service project now for assess the gaps between 54 pages and some chiefdom them at the district. They say the assessment findings they will share with other partner them like the local council and the district health management in the HMC for validate the findings and say the project will support 60 communities them with livelihood and 20 locations them with water supply. As for this lady, the engineer Elsa for Bombali and Tokoli district don't mind for the way and manner how people them they treat the electricity meter them na the 2 districts. Mr. Abdulmusa, now the engineer we cover Bombali and Tokoli district he say they only receive Boku complaint in office from customers them way then they do business with say but the way manner how they cheat the electricity meter them na the 2 districts them. Mr. Abdulmusa say they don't order the customers them say therefore they give official reports to the police for any incident of electricity meter at 6 case and the necessary documentation of the meter and office for legal action as they will provide free meter to the one them where they don't cheat the meter them. But if the meter is not available for the moment, it will same way to give electricity supply to the customers them where they don't cheat the meter them and we get for pay for the system the way how they be pay by meter or be buy the support for the meter. They want the public to tap the habit as they don't ready for work with the police for make sure say anyone will engage in this act, they will charge and go to court or they will go to jail. And people are the phone on Hannah and Tio. People in Makini, they raise concern, they don't blow mind, but the way manner how Elsa don't begin to cheat them, but the credit when they can go by. They can buy 25 units at the end of the day, 18 units, and the and Elsa, not can at the media for tell people why make the Asian price there. And the other thing again, the lighting just they go on and off way, of course, don't cause beaucoup damage for some of the people, the equipment. And these are the problems we face right now in Makini in relation to the electricity power business. For Federation Link, the Lames Bondo in Makini.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bondo.
Yeah, thank you, Hannah.
Well, Theo, you hear waiting Mr. Bondo say.
Yeah, yes, of course. It talk about agriculture, skills training for the youth there and the people the way they thief the electricity. And then very, very common in Bombali district and Tonkoli district. You know, I don't know how they go stop that, but it's a very serious issue. We go beyond them two districts and they even inside future now see where they happen, and it's not good at all. We don't know which mechanism where EDSA go put in place for stop that. They are the professionals. We cannot do anything about that. But even EDSA, they in a very serious financial mess right now. We say then go rent one building. We say the head office for 125,000 United States dollars. I mean, that's a big money, EDSA. So now they are so desperate. I mean, for raise more funds that it can even increase the electricity bill, and NRSF now don't get interest in that. Now they say there's a gift for they can begin charge 5% tariff for any electricity where person go by or so. So it's a very serious situation. But on agriculture is key. We don't see mining don't fail we. So the best bet now we get na agriculture. So and why should they wait for link up with other person? Make I just talk about one other issue. 2 weeks ago I talked about the fact say Santigi Kagbo where na a clearing and forwarding agent where instead they be name them as being part of the people where they be suspected involved in some kind of financial impropriety. They arrest some in Bigo at large. He run away, he go first na Guinea, later on after the dust don't settle, he come back quietly. They go kitchen and house in Gloucester, and he has been granted bail. You know, married or run away for many years. They don't catch them. They encompass them where they be accused of the same offense. I mean, one of them even now they na jail. Padema Road na Solomon Hindulu Kata. They na Padema Road prison right now. In fact, they not only sentence them, they also give them heavy fine. So after a sentence, if you pay a heavy fine, and others, you know, including Solomon Hindulu Kata in wife, she was sentenced. She served her jail term, and here is the case.
So make her hold it right there. We go come back to you.
Go on.
This na Samba Radio Bontico. Good morning, Samba, and welcome to Federation Link.
Good morning, Anna. How you still do, buddy?
Fine, thank you. Well, you dey live on air. We just want to give you brief updates on waiting they happen na bond.
Bond as of now, it's relatively very quiet. Yesterday, the National Electoral Commission met a meeting with stakeholders for let them actually validate the boundary delimitation and under the word constituency delimitation stop. You know, initially when they come hold meeting with stakeholders and the community, a lot of other issues been come up as to who side this boundary for the how they for increase or improve on this word or constituency. So plenty issues been come up, plenty discussion been there. So when they go to be promised to come back again and engage with the community stakeholders as to validate what the issues that have been come up. So yesterday, stakeholders from all different walks of life na bond, including political party representatives in there, at the council hall, and they never actually agree on the things that we didn't discuss with regards to the forthcoming elections. So the people have been very well pleased with that, and they therefore accept and endorse the validation process. With regard the saga we've been above, I get a very close information from a very close quarters that the first appearance of them 14 people who they may arrest could be tomorrow. And in fact, the one them way, they never plead with them and for reasons. Let them not take the law into their hands. They don't invite them to Matthew Jong so that they would do it and talk to the other side would be the first appearance and give evidence to the court what voting in Sabi. So far, the movement Hannah bonds quietly. I mean, relatively very quiet. People go about their businesses and shops are very close because the presidential ban still on them. So that is based on current in a bomb.
Okay, thank you very much, Samba, for that short report there. Yes, Theo, you hear what Samba say?
Oh yes, of course. It talk about the engagement with the people of Bond on issues relating to boundary delimitation. Of course, the point is simple that the boundary delimitation where they go on right now very questionable for so many reasons. The opposition, Sierra Leone People's Party, they don't say they're not satisfied with the census figures. And other quarters them say, then suspect say the census figures, they increase them or they raise them up for political reasons. So there was a reason for the census process go on credibly in an openly credible manner, but now it is under question, and so people are very suspicious over the whole boundary delimitation thing where they go on right now. Then I talk about the bond issue. We said the people for stand trial. Well, it's not only about those people, but about the people themselves were actually fire and kill two young men them na bonds where na the military personnel them where we did it. So I think this too should be investigated, and so it's not just about the people them, the ordinary civilians them, but also the soldiers because they were part of it. Two people died, even though the civilians did not get right for do what they do, beat soldier man, beat the ONS man, this and that. But at the same time, the soldiers they said before don't treat the matter as a military and civil matter in the sense that you for use proportionate force. But when you open fire, you kill two people. Them that is very much an issue we got to do with heavy-handedness. So it's a very serious matter.
Yes, indeed, it's a very serious matter, especially where it leads to people then lost their lives then. Well, Fambula, if you just join me, this is now Federation Link where they cancel every Sunday morning. They link with community radio stations all over the country. If you want to add a voice to the program, you can send a text message on 076 470 400. Send a message 076 470 400. Well, I just don't get Sir Juma on the line. Good morning, sir, and welcome to Federation Link.
Yeah, good morning, Hannah.
Yes, sir. You can please give me updates on what's in the happen at Kailaon district.
Well, number one, the district medical officer don't function in colleagues and the headquarters, and for them, many of them mindful of what they do towards their work. He tell them may they actually take time because you understand that then they tax patients on this free healthcare drugs and where the president not happy about that at all. So everybody for take time because they continue to do monitoring, especially when the president express in displeasure in how the health workers they do their work, especially towards the drugs. The other one is that of course Save the Children and the Minister of Health already begin to prepare what they call standby, burial and decontamination team in the case of emergency. That they need to put that in place, especially when Ebola outbreak will occur where they don't believe, where they don't prepare at all for me to actually go into the emergency operation. And so they don't want for let that be again, so they don't begin to prepare health workers them, especially the public health workers them, for when they get set in case there's emergency, as to how they will carry on the burial and the the contamination exercises. The other one is about the magistrate. Judge Samai, they do very well. In the fast track cases, for a very long time, Kailam, especially Kailam history, not been get magistrate on their own, a special magistrate. But as God will have it, now Kailam gets the part of that. And of course, the magistrate do well in the fast track the cases where people are really happy about that. Of course, as usual, when time like this reach, the 17 miles road to Kailam, they always become very terrible. And after they talk to you now, we get a lot of vehicles that we don't actually get stuck now the mud between Penembo and Kailam. Well, there are other big things in there, but by and large, these are the two major things that we have put over the week.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sajuma, for that report today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, Theo, Sajuma.
Sure. You talk about health preparedness. The fact say health workers then, then don't put them on standby in an event of any emergency. Well, this will be holistic, not only in Bond, it will be right around the country, because it's very, very important. And of course, the ambulance service, where the talk say go kick off soon. Say now kick off it. The ambulance then pack na Cockery right now, so they talk to you. If you go there, you go see motorcar then pack, you go surprise. And the different PHUs them across the country, they need the ambulances then they. So what there is that the Ministry of Health, the afraid for send the ambulance then they up country, the same men they not go point them. But if you keep them, what sense it make? So we they say men and deploy the ambulance then they now the PHUs then, because that's one way for ensure preparedness, right? When there's a vehicle readily packed for go on any operation, because if something happened they are not able to reach there quickly, then you are not responding to emergency. When they say emergency, it's not just about preparing the workers, it's about making sure that all the tools are there for them for able to do the work effectively. Right, then of course the Kailan Road, it's a shame that it has not been fixed until date. Not see where the former government, SFP government, before don't fix, and that's what they say, progressive governance. Like the road so now where they don't they go towards the Kailan area, now very progressive work, but by now the work for don't enter inside Kailan Town, because Kailan Township rules, understand, see they don't make them, but then the road leading to just 17 miles. I think they don't pay attention to that, because authorities in the past day, and it good for them to pay attention. One thing very important about Kailan is that now a very agricultural viable community, and if the road is bad, then it will be difficult for them take the produce to the market. And so one way this government can help now for ensure say they finish up that Kailan Road, they not go find again let this government come on power or let President Kuma young time done and not done that Kailan Road, that it go put pressure on the other presidents where they come. So that we call progressive governance.
Well, Theo, make a holiday. I get Abubakar Kanu from Pusloko. Abubakar, good morning and welcome to Federation Link.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anna Karimu and Theophilus Sagbenda, for having me live from Pusloko for Federation Link. Hello?
Yes, Bakar, what's in the app in Pusloko?
Yes, as of yesterday, the Parliamentary Committee for the Finance and Committee inside the House of Parliament don't end the one-day auditing session for the Poloko and District Council. All the important locations take place at the Poloko District Council inside Poloko. Where they talk, the chairman for Secretary Committee, when Honorable Afan Serif for Constituency 53, we also the chairman for Finance Committee that the House of Parliament talks here. They say the essence and the important for the monitoring. They say now the oversight role where they play for the agenda for prosperity, and where government same also they fund the devolved functions where now the Ministry of Education, Health, Waste Management, Water Resources, and same also the Ministry of Agriculture. Go before for talk say, they say the essence and also the importance of that monitoring day. They say now for look how then they able for spend the funds, we government do not fund the various functions there. We go before and address all the two councils they say they need for stand firm and say to add the value for sake of the transformation where they don't roll over from the Ebola outbreak and now they live on the post-Ebola recovery. Honorable Hassan Sharif, we will talk on behalf of in colleague them, we now the member of parliament them for sake of the committee. They also address the Poloko district council say and do well for sake of the monitoring and say the report where they don't report. And same also the Kenya district council where they talk Alaji when at the CA double as the CA we talk on behalf of the CA then put for Poloko Kenya district talk say they say the oversight role with member of parliament the capital not only which one but how they for monitor them and see also how they for spend the funds we government into them for push education, health, agriculture, waste management and water resources. Well also the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Food Security itself and a one-day session where it be talk the business agriculture officer when Mr. Alpha Zamura talk the essence and importance of that session. They for look standard one how they implement projects for food security to go before. They say formula no say rest business don't go up and just the need for bring the farmer on board so that by the end of this year they say make the commodity price able for can up. Reporting for Federation Link, Nina Abubakar can report from local.
Yeah, Abubakar, thank you very much for that short report today.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much indeed, Abubakar. Wonderful report talking about education. Education is very important for the development of this country, and oversight role very critical if only we were able to move away from the current situation where we did inside education. And of course they expect say the school picking themselves go do their own utmost for make sure say they study hard and able for pass the exams, and not only that but for able for defend themselves, because now you see some picking the day class 7 they're not able for read better one, and some picking the day secondary school they still get some problem with reading and all that kind of thing. So much more attention should be given to that. And outside education is very important in the sense not only in a school where you're in a house, make sure say you study hard.
Yes too. You be get 2 last updates for GUI.
Yes, indeed. I will talk about the issue we got to do with Santigi Cargo, where like I say, if we don't do in hiding, whilst incompetent, they don't arrest them, they don't even try them, they don't sentence them. The in where they catch her now, in fact, they want they be subjected to custodian trial. Because whether your issue come up, big officials them, I don't go call names them for this program. I will call names them for my program, burning issues where they come on every day 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Friday. When I go listen to that also. But then big authorities that will make statements whether it should become of say na daylight robbery. And that was an unfortunate statement because it impact negatively on the way where they police them and the court handle the matter. The guys who are charged, the charge where they be charged them now bailable offenses, but because of the big statement and they were kept in custody. And some they take it over 1 year the day in custody. Then this Solomon Hindolo Kata in 3 years sooner they take it. Then after it in jail time, then if I pay over 200 million, and apart of that, it be appeal. It be put in for an appeal against the custodian, against the sentence and the fine together. That appeal was never heard. So that alone now a miscarriage of justice. And now that Santigi Kagbo has been granted bail, afterward it don't disappear from the cause of justice, they don't arrest them, and it just send a clear signal say they don't treat the matters differently. With the end of the day where we cooperate, where they hold them, they don't sentence them. This one they don't. Yeah, the fact say this ones we are subjected to custodian trial. Solomon Santigi Kagbo said before don't be subjected to custodian trial. So now that there's a difference, so it means they don't openly violate the right of Solomon Hindulu Kata and the one themselves where they be. That is my That is my take. I might be wrong, but that's what I think. That justice should be seen playing on a level table rather than, you know, better for this one and bad for that other one. Therefore, FIFA, I don't think so. FIFA gets right for threatening the ACC or the government. Now the thing is that they say if they continue for interfere, as they call them, they go likely ban Salon from international matches and all that kind of thing. The ACC and a public entity and SLAFA a public entity where they under the laws of Sierra Leone, and ACC is not investigating SLAFA for just FIFA funds but for CAF funds and for funds generated locally, and so ACC get the right for do what they do. But the only thing where perhaps me not support ACC pan and where till now they not profile any charges. That's unfortunate, and I'm not think to say ACC for be seen playing ball. They should be seen working and not playing ball like I say. That's very, very important. Hannah.
Yes.
Maybe we will take some text messages. Or?
Yeah, few text messages that we don't come. It said, Theo and Hannah, your updates are vital, especially in the OGI and OGP updates. Above all, we didn't receive the full analysis of the program because of power cut, but we hope to update us in the next program. From Kalusha Bwalia na Makeni. This one say, please let the health ministry send an ambulance to Tonko Limba to solve this felt need. From Abu Mechanic na Madina Tonko. This other one say, Freetown, the drivers with heavy duty vehicle don't really take their time when driving. Please let the wardens and traffic police be very vigilant and take action. From Samna Freetown. This other one say this killing trial should be fast tracked and bring the culprits to book so that this reckless and rampant killing will stop immediately. From lecturer G.Y. Mahoy Ribo. This other one say, Theo, to be very honest, those figures for that census were never correct. It is not at all in the interest of this country. Those people are dishonest. This other one say, for any country to be developed, education should be the backbone. For an MEK, the expandable brain of flaming team. This one say, police and soldiers are not angels from heaven, for God's sake. If their very lives are threatened, can't they defend themselves? From Kandapa na Cambia. Well, Theo, this na few text messages them where we get.
Yes, of course. Miss no go look for see situation we are in. Policeman or soldier go team up to civilians, then go who now they kill them. They get the right for defend themselves, but then it has to be proportionate. That's the point. Killing not for commodity. Especially when they get for do with, you know, you can shoot somebody, shoot them at the foot, I mean, no, but when you shoot somebody at the head, you shoot somebody at the chest, that's meant to kill. That's the point. So you not mean to say you're not going to defend yourself, but you can fire up for scare people. If they still they face you, then maybe you can scrap one or two them foot. But for kill person now, I think say that is unacceptable, right? Because the killing is the one they talk about. So now either at the head or the chest, that I think that's the issue there. The police are not for fire, for kill.
Well, Theo, we don't run out of time. And before don't take you up on that, but you last word, please.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Hannah Karim, and of course the listeners them. My last word will be on the issue of the Okada riders them death, where very, very important. The Okada riders then currently they in disarray, the executive disunited right now, and the authorities they need for step in for get back the Okada riders them to order, because there's a serious issue we get for do with the president. It gets 6 more months for do, made the allowance for do in 6 months. Let all other executive members they cooperate with them after this 6 months they can go to election. Because now look what now 2 Okada them now they don't die so now nobody is talking about them because the union way for talk about this issue they in disagree, and the issue we get for do with Santiago Cabo if I let justice be dispensed equitably.
Yes, Theo, thank you. Well, I get 3 things the way I go round up on. First, I go on for appeal to drivers them for be more cautious na the road. Then I think another thing where the police them for really take into consideration are the fact that then drivers they are most of the time then they allow the apprentices them for take the motor cargo quick side, and when then they inside they know they drive with caution because then they say, oh, my boss no dey, I get for go this side quick before I come back. So like the police then get for be really vigilant for ensure say they hold them people they are so to task, especially the drivers the way they give apprentice because they know they show any sign of responsibility. My second point go be the 644 toll free line where we always they advertise that people and continue for call the OGI 644 toll free line Monday to Friday. We people and go there we go answer your calls and go take note of whatever you they call. And also if you miss this program you can listen to them now the OGI website when at www.ogi.gov.sl www.ogi.gov.sl. if you miss this program you can listen to them there, and you can also look the have your say in governance, you can watch them online. And finally my last word go be the OGP end of term self-assessment reports. We still encourage people them for make them comments, give them feedback, give them contribution to this particular document where they na the website. As I repeat again, www.ogi.gov.sl. if you go na the website you go see the documents there, download and read and make your comment. Well, for we were in a studio, I tell you all thank you to the technical team, the OGI staff the way they are so, and also to all we listeners there out there. I want for tell you plenty thank you, and the one the way we able forget we make we program very interesting. I thank you all.
Thomas, you can listen radio.
Yes, I dey listen radio. And all wetin I dey listen, no get aid, no get till. Government just dey do all wetin e fit for do na the country. Corruption dey all side. For layman get irration self. Na work and the brother no one